Hello, Year 9, parents and carers, anyone who's watching this video. I'm here to tell you a little bit about Year 9 pathways, how to think about your GCSE options, what choices you might make, and some of the resources that are available to help you make those choices. So this video really all about just thinking about what you're going to think, what you need to know in order to make that successful choice going forward. So first things first, um, some people might be thinking that some GCSEs are more valuable than others. So here are a few mythbusters. Think to yourself, do you think that that is true, that some GCSEs might be easier? Some people might think that courses like art or PE only have practical lessons and there's no theory, or that you might be able to go on to do what you want. You won't be able to, sorry, if you have chosen the wrong options. So let's go through these very common kind of misperceptions. So first of all, some GCSEs are easier than others. Well, that's false. They're all at level 2. So whether you're doing food tech or PE or history or geography, they're all at level 2, same as your English, maths and science, and they're all designed to be at that right level for you at this stage in your learning. Courses like art and PE only have practical lessons. Um, well, that would be lovely. It's true sometimes, but there has to be an element of theory. You have to be able to tell people that you've understood the practical as well as being able to skillfully do that. So there will be some theory to all of the lessons that you do. And some other things that students often worry about is that they might be cutting themselves off from future choices in life. But that is actually almost impossible to do. You're at a very general level of education, and that you will always be able to go on and do whatever it is that you want to do, regardless of that, so long as you get high grades. So that's the main thing. Choose subjects in which you think you can get high grades. So what are GCSEs and why do we do them? So GCSEs give you a very broad and general knowledge across a wide range of subjects. And that's to show that generally you can perform really well in a range of different skills. So whether that's writing or doing practical tasks or your ability to adapt and learn new things. And that's why we do them, so that you have every chance to succeed, whoever you are and whatever your particular natural style of learning is. After successfully finishing GCSEs, you might decide to narrow down the things that you've really enjoyed, and maybe pick some A-levels or pick BTECs. Or you might decide you want to go out into the workplace and do an apprenticeship because you like the practical way of learning. Either way, try not to think about narrowing it down right now. Try to think this is a general level of education. And then after you've done your post-16 learning, you can decide whether you want to go on to higher levels or university courses, or whether it's time for you to enter the workplace and get an apprenticeship or a job, and start learning as you go. So try not to think about that too far ahead into the future, and just think about what you think you would generally like to learn for the next couple of years. So making good GCSE choices is about, at the end of the day, some subjects, you have to do. So you have to do math, you have to do English, and you have to do science. And that is going to cover the basics for all of you. So all of the other subjects that you pick are to give you a little bit of your own personal flavor, sort of cherry on the top, if you like. So you have to do all the basics, so you will generally come out with a fantastic level of education, but you might have been able to flavour it with things that you particularly like to learn. So to work out your subject preferences, you have two main starting points. Number one, you might think about a particular job or industry that you've already got your eye on, that you're thinking, I think I know, for example, I want to go into engineering, or I know I want to go into healthcare, and that might be shaping some of your ideas. And therefore you can work backwards, if you like, work back, well, what degree will I need at university, if at all? What A-levels or BTECs will I need? And therefore, which GCSEs might give me a bit of a heads up, a run up to that. But most students, quite rightly, have no idea what they want to do after school, and it really is too soon to be narrowing that down too much. So it's totally up to you, and perfectly fantastic to pick GCSEs that you think you will just love doing and you'll enjoy yourself and therefore probably get some really good grades. And that's what we all want at the end of the day, because that will give you the most option choices. So route one, if you know what job you want to do, you might use the Career Pilot website, which I think you've all been introduced to already. If not, just type in careerpilot.org, create yourself a free account, and therefore you can do some of the quizzes and start selecting or favoriting different sectors that you like or different job types and things like that. And it will help you actually automatically build a career action plan, which you can alter and change as you go through the next 2 or 4 years. So if you know a particular type of job or job sector, you can just click on it on there and it will start to show you ways to explore those careers. It will tell you a bit about what jobs are within that sector, how to research what skills those people might have, and how to get the right qualification. So in this one, for example, we're looking at sports. We know, let's say we know we like sport, and therefore you can look at how you're going to get in, so what qualifications you might need in the future, and work it through yourself so that you know what you need. Now, bear with me. There we are. So routes into this sector is going to show you what you might do after year 11, what you might do after year 12 or year 13, which GCSEs are going to help you to get into that. So you might automatically, for example, pick PE, pick sports studies. You might, of course, want to just pick a subject that you know that you like. So you can start off with a subject if you don't know what jobs, and allow the Career Pilot website to come up with some suggestions based on which subjects you particularly like. So for this one, for example, I picked drama. So I can click on the selection of jobs using the subject drama. And you might be very pleasantly surprised that there's lots and lots in there for you to choose from. So you might automatically come up with things like art actors and people who work in the community arts, but a whole range of other jobs that if you click on, and then it will come up with jobs like that as well. And you can follow a really clever trail to get to a point where you think, oh, I mostly really think that I like that type of work. So have a play around with it and think about it. Now, if you still don't know what you want to do and you're still not sure about what courses you're going to pick, you've looked at all the career options, you've favorited subjects for inspiration, you're not sure. So choose GCSEs that might provide you with the skills that you really want to learn. You might be interested to know that the GCSEs are not only giving you content, so general knowledge that will be useful for you to know in future life, not necessarily qualifying you for any particular job, but it's also developing other skills. So what do you think? Do you think that you might like to do humanities because it's going to improve your communication and problem solving skills? Do you think that you might like to do design and technology because it's going to increase your creativity and your technical ability? Or would you like to do an art qualification because it helps with your perseverance and keeping your focus steady so that you can learn some self-discipline? I bet you hadn't thought of it like that before. So hopefully you've got some ideas about how to research jobs, find some sectors you're interested in, how to look up based on your favourite subjects and where they can take you, what to do if you still don't have a clear idea about which subjects you'd like to do. And remember, you probably need to be asking your teachers and looking up for yourself what these particular GCSEs might have in the learning so that you know exactly what subjects you're going to cover, what type of learning it's going to be. So you're picking something that you know right from the start you're going to really enjoy. hopefully you've got a little bit more of an idea about how you're going to pick things and what you're going to do. So if you're not sure, speak to your subject teachers, speak to your parents and carers, get their help. They've been through this process before. They know what they're talking about. They know this content of the subjects. But if you would like to come and meet with me, then you email careers@cottam.bristol.sch.uk. You can ask me for help and support, ask me questions you can't find the answers to, or we can just have a one-to-one meeting with you or maybe a couple of your friends on one day very soon so that we can iron out any worries or niggles you have before that deadline day when you have to have your applications in. Happy researching, good luck, and I hope to see you all very, very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.